was in front of the Carl's furniture store. Another one said it's possibly in front of Five Below. Didn't see the shooter, doesn't see anybody hurt arguing, and then heard the shot.
Panic, confusion, terror once again at Destiny USA. Gunfire sending shoppers scurrying and stores going into lockdown. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jeff Kulikowski. Christy is off tonight. A routine day at the mall shattered for many families, simply trying to enjoy the end of midwinter break. A young man still unknown tonight to Syracuse police, pulling out a gun, firing it once after an argument. The bullet hitting a trash can. The shooter then running from the mall while shoppers scamper to safety. Stores locked down and shut people in safe spaces. We have team coverage. News Channel 9's Callahan Marshall live outside Destiny USA with a reaction from people just getting out of the mall after lockdown was lifted. We begin with Andrew Donovan, who made his way to the spot of the shooting and tells us about the frantic moments after the bullet was fired.
You heard it.
It sounded like a pop.
As the lockdown lifted, this woman and her daughters were some of the shoppers being freed from behind storefront gates used to keep them safe.
I was out here, and then we ran into the employee staff room, and then they moved us all to a storage area.
I'm standing in the area of the central tower of the mall, only a few hundred feet from where the trash can was hit. This is one of the busiest areas, which is why so many people heard the gunshots.
And everybody sheltered in place until we could be sure that the individual was out of the mall and that people were safe.
Officers assigned to the mall, securing the building in seconds, the chief touts, saying the plan worked. But that didn't stop terror no one should feel once, let alone.
This is like my second shootout at the mall.
What would you say to those people who are just terrified?
Sure. So I passed a lot of them on the way in here. They're all leaving. I know they're nervous, they're scared, they're anxious. What I would say is this: I don't want to be the chief of police that tells people not to live. Some
people have decided to live without the mall after notable shootings or stabbings in 2018, 2019, 2021, 2022, and now 2023.
I believe the number of shots fired here is 0.0001, something like that. But none of those statistics matter when you're here shopping and you hear some shots fired go out. So but we are constantly in contact with the mall.
A mall owned by Pyramid, a private company the chief reminds is responsible for any policy changes. The director of the mayor's office to reduce gun violence, a year in the job, knows what he wants to change.
If there was a conflict, what's in their tool belt? A gun. We have to give them other tools to use besides a firearm.
A national problem Syracuse wants to fix. At Destiny USA, Andrew Donovan, News Channel 9.